Mortise and tenon joinery has always been the hallmark in quality furniture making. It's strong and it's invisible. And I've got a couple of jigs here that will make you an expert in no time. Now, a couple of things to think about first. I would suggest that you follow the 1/3 rule. Whenever you're making mortises and tenons, I would suggest that the tenons themselves, or the width of the mortises, be 1/3 the thickness of the stock. So on 3/4 inch material, we're talking about a 1/4 inch tenon. The second thing is, make sure that you mill all of your stock evenly before you start. And the third thing is, do all of your mortising first. It's much easier to create a tenon to fit the mortise than it is the reverse. Now let me show you these jigs one at a time. The first one is cutting the shoulders on this particular piece, and the second one will be cutting the cheeks. Let's do the shoulder cutting one first. The first of these two jigs is a shoulder cutting jig. This is a very easy jig to build. It's made for your particular saw. So what we have here first is an adjustment with a couple of screws through the back that attach this jig to the fence. You'll see a support block sticking out of the back side of this. In the front, we have a stop block that allows me to adjust the length of the tenon, and finally a small little shelf that's put over the top of the base that'll keep any fall off from getting stuck in the saw. What I did with this is, following the rule of thirds, I'm going to take my piece of stock, and first I'm going to set my tenon length to 1 3/8. I just thought that was a nice length. And the second thing I'm going to do is set my blade about 1/4 inch above that base plate. So what I'm doing is creating a 1/4 shoulder on one side, a 1/4 shoulder on the other side, which leaves a full 1/4 inch tenon behind. So the idea is, this is going to slide up against the stop block, and I'm going to run it over the blade and flip it 4 times to cut a perfect even shoulder all the way around. Here's how you do it. The shoulder cuts are done. Nice, clean, and sharp, all thanks to that really nice shoulder cutting jig we used. It's now time to cut the cheeks. So we have to remove the material all the way around to do that. There's a few different ways. The first is using a dado blade on your table saw. A lot of woodworkers do that. Second is to go to a bandsaw, cut the cheeks on the bandsaw. That leaves slight ripple lines, much like the dado blade does, that you have to sand out. The third way to do it brings us to the second one of our jigs, and this is the cheek cutting jig. It's a beauty. I want to show you a few things about it first, and then we'll actually cut the cheeks on this jig. This is made to fit your saw. In this case, what we've done is we've made the 2 outside pieces of wood here match exactly around your existing fence. It needs to be nice and tight, and it needs to sit flat on the tabletop, and we put a top over there to hold it. The second thing is we've attached this face along the front of it and added a couple of small gussets on the back to hold that 90 degree. And again, make sure that it's at a perfect 90 degree when you set this up. And the last thing we've done is add a clamping block to the back side. The way that this jig works is I align it up against the blade, and I put my piece of material on this face. We then use this little toggle clamp to hold it. This is passed over the blade, and the cheeks are cut on both ends and then turned around and cut on both faces. It's a real easy, extremely stable jig. I think you're going to like the way this works. Now, in actual practice, what you'd be doing is you'd be cutting this tenon and slowly getting it narrower and narrower until it finally fits the mortise that you pre-drilled in all of your pieces. And once you get this to where the width that you want and it fits nicely, because once it's set, you can cut all your tenons at the same time. So spend a little bit of time getting this to fit exactly right by moving your jig just a little bit, and once you've gotten it, you'll have a perfect setting for all of the tenons into all of the mortises you've created.